Are you single and feeling out of the loop? Put away that mouse and get out of the house. Join In the Loop, Seattle's brand new activities club just for singles. Go to intheloopsingles.com today.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The girl on the phone for a second date update today had some very nice things to say about the guy that she went out with. In her email, she said he's different than the normal dudes she usually dates. He's kind of shy, kind of nervous, and not that good looking.
What?
Yeah, Lisa, that's really nice stuff to say about your date. I mean, I've never heard such a rave review about somebody.
I mean, I meant to say he's not like the classic, like, beefcake dude that I've gone out with. Like, he's cute, but he's not like...
Yeah,
That's
but you didn't phrase it
backpedaling.
like that, Lisa. You phrased it, he's not that good looking.
Okay. Well, I mean, he's cute. Like, once you know him, then he's cute.
Yeah,
I take
got
it-
you in a bad spot right now, huh, Lisa?
Can we just move on to the second date update?
Sure. Hey, I'm not the one that called him ugly. You are.
I never called him ugly.
Where did you meet this stunner?
We met online.
Okay.
And his profile looked great, but you never know, so we decided to meet in a restaurant. And he had actually gotten play tickets to go to see some live theater, which I thought was really cool. So we met at the restaurant and everything was cool. He was nice and he was kind of shy. But
Real
he
quick,
came
though,
out-
before we get into your date, how does it feel to be blown off by a guy who's not that good looking?
We've all been there
Does that
before.
bother you, Lisa?
I will never live that one down.
Oh my God.
So you guys went out to the play. How'd that go?
It was great. He actually held my hand, which was nice. It was a nice little touch. No pun intended. So I was like, yeah, this guy's really nice. He wasn't too, forward or... It was just very gentle and sweet.
You were attracted to him, though, even though you say he's not that good looking.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's taller. I like tall guys, so...
He's got that going for him.
Tall.
So what?
All he holds hands.
Okay, so I mean, you obviously were able to look past the fact that he's not the normal meathead type guy that you usually go out with.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone out with some guys who are just like they don't even know what holding the door is. It doesn't even occur to them. And he had that very chivalrous sort of put you first kind of attitude. So I liked it a lot.
He seemed interested in you if he held your hand.
Yeah, for sure.
What happened at the end of the date? Did he try to kiss you or anything?
Yeah, after we went to the theater, we were kind of hanging out and we were having a good time. So he asked if I wanted to come back to his apartment, and we were I was thinking in my head, sure, let's see where this goes. And while we were there, we were drinking wine, and he was kind of talking and opening up a little bit, and he revealed something that was a little shocking to me, but it was okay. He told me that he was a virgin.
Oh, really?
Oh.
That's kind
That would have made me want to leave right there because virgins are the worst.
Oh, stop it.
No, seriously, though.
They really are.
I mean, it was okay. It was okay. And I guess the second part of the story is he is no longer a virgin.
Oh,
Shut up. You took his
Wait a
V
minute.
card, girl?
Yeah, I mean, we had some wine. It felt right. So
and you were like, "Let me show you how it's done. I'm an expert. Why don't you let Mama teach you?"
Oh my gosh.
it definitely wasn't my plan.
A little bit of wine in you, and then you were like, "Yeah, let's do this."
It's kind of just the way it happened. Yeah.
So how did he act after that? I mean, that's a huge deal, especially how old is he?
Well, I'm 27. He's 26.
26. Okay, so a 26-year-old virgin, and you took his virginity. How did he act after that? I mean, other than just thanking you profusely. That's what I would have been doing.
Everything was fine. It was great, and he was very sweet and gave me a good morning kiss because I spent the night. And
Yeah.
it was okay, well, I'll talk to you soon. And we texted for a few days, and then I don't know. It was kind of one of those things that seems to happen. You just kind of stop texting.
So he just kind of dropped off the face of the earth, huh?
Yeah.
She got ditched by an ugly virgin.
Yeah. Can I ask you, do you know why he was waiting so long?
He didn't really say. The only thing that he mentioned was that, it just had never clicked with him with someone, and he had never really taken the plunge, so to speak.
So he decided to do it with you. You must feel pretty special about that.
Yeah.
So why do you think he's not calling you back then?
I don't know. I mean, our conversation seemed to be like perfectly normal and like flirty, and it almost was like we were going to go out again. And then when it came to like planning our second date, there was just like no response.
And there was nothing weird that you can think of.
Not besides the fact that it was like I took his virginity.
I mean, that's a big one. I mean, other than ruining his innocence, is there anything else that happened?
No, not that I remember.
Okay.
Were you like, I mean, I would have just been so self-conscious going into it. Like, are you sure you're okay with this? Are you positive that this is what you want to happen?
No, I was like, it's time.
It's going down.
You're 26 years old. You've way past the marker on that. I've got to take care of this for you. Let me help you out here. All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, thank you guys.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I think I'm going to title today's second date update, The Curious Case of the Ugly Virgin.
Oh, gosh.
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning because
Good book, I wonder.
Lisa is on the phone with us, and she described the guy that she wants us to call today in her email to us as kind of shy, kind of nervous, and not that good looking. Isn't that right, Lisa?
Oh, I don't even know why I'm doing this anymore.
Because you want to get a hold of him. And I called him a virgin because Lisa took his virginity on their first date. So it is the curious case of the ugly virgin. Why is he not calling Lisa back? Lisa, I'm sorry to keep harping on all this stuff. It's just funny to me. And it's even more funny to me that now your business is out there for the world to hear.
Glad to have made your morning.
All right, I'm going to dial the phone number right now and see why he's not getting back to you, okay?
Excellent.
Here we go. The curious case. I'm going to write that children's book, Lisa. In your honor.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Eric, please?
Yeah, it's Eric.
Eric, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Oh, sorry, who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just confused, sorry.
Oh, no, that's all right.
Wait, who are you guys?
It's a morning radio show.
Oh, okay.
Ever hear of it?
Nah, no.
Okay. Listen, I wanted to take a few seconds of your time because we got an email from one of our listeners about you.
About me?
Mm-hmm. It's a girl that you recently went out on a date with.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you recently went out on a date with a girl named Lisa. And since your date, you haven't been calling her back. So she emailed us and asked if we could get you on the phone to find out if she did something wrong.
Really?
Yeah, it's a segment we do on our show called The Second Date Update.
Oh, gosh.
You mind talking to us for a second about your date?
Nah, really, I don't really feel comfortable.
I know you might not feel comfortable, but she really is curious. She thinks she did something wrong. It would help us at least put her mind at ease if she could know, like, hey, I'm just not really into her or whatever, you know?
Why didn't she just call me?
She says she's been trying to call you, but you haven't been getting back to her.
Oh, yeah.
Let me ask you a question, okay? She told us about your date. She told us how you guys went to the theater and back to your place, and then whatever happened.
Wait, she told you all of that?
Yes.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
You okay, man?
I don't feel comfortable with you guys knowing all of that.
Well, it's not like she told us. It's not like she told us she took your virginity or anything.
Oh my
Don't worry
God,
about
Jubal.
What?
it. Yeah.
It's okay.
She
It's
told
okay.
us. She told us all about your date and how she took your virginity, and she thinks that's why you're not calling her back. Is that true?
Oh my God.
She only had really good things to say.
Oh, yeah, it's true. She took my virginity. Oh my gosh.
So is that it? Is it just uncomfortable now, and you don't want to see her again?
I can't believe I'm talking about this on the radio. Sorry, what was that? Say that again, sorry.
Is the virginity thing the reason that you're not calling her back? Is it just kind of uncomfortable and now you don't want to see her again?
No, not really. I'm comfortable with seeing her again. It's just I don't want to come off like a bad guy or a bad person.
Like a bad person?
Yeah.
Oh. Let me ask you a question. Did you lie about being a virgin in order to like...
Oh, no. No, my mom told me never to lie.
So you were a virgin?
Yes, I was a virgin.
Okay. Why would we think you're a bad person then?
Well, she did, I guess, did me a favor, and like she took my virginity. It was awesome, but well, it's just like I'm new to this now, and I've been in relationships, but obviously I haven't had sex with anyone, and the relationships have gone long. However, now that I've actually had sex, I'm just like, what the hell have I been doing? Like, I want to, explore some more now.
You want to explore some more now. So you're not calling her back. Let me see if I'm understanding you correctly. You're not calling her back because you got a taste of sex and now you want to have it with everybody.
Well, not everybody, but she kind of opened my eyes, and now I just kind of want to try with a lot of people.
Oh my God, she unleashed the beast.
Oh man, so okay.
Happens to all of us, brother.
And so you don't want to call her back because you don't want to be like exclusive to just dating her now.
Exactly.
Have you already slept with other people since your date with her?
No, but like I already went tanning to go out on another date.
You have a
What
date?
did you say? You already what?
I went tanning. Tanning.
You went tanning.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does that have to do
Is that like,
So his body looks good.
yeah, in preparation to meet other
now
girls?
I'm like, now I'm preparing my body to have sex with other people, and I shave, and I got a new haircut.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this, Swordsman. You got any dates lined up?
I have one tomorrow night, and I'm really excited about it. I just want to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Me too, man. I'm really interested. So basically, she was like a crack dealer who gave you your first hit, and now you're addicted.
I don't do drugs, if that's what you're implying.
No, I'm not implying that
So
at all.
innocent.
Eric, thank you for being honest with us. I appreciate it. Good luck in your quest.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I do have to let you know, though, before we get you off the phone, that Lisa is actually on the other line, and she's been listening to this conversation.
What?
Yeah, I've been on the whole time. I've listened to everything you've said, and it's incredibly shallow. Let me just say that. Like, I did this for you. I felt like I was like opening you up, and now you're supposed to be special, and then you just like go and you're like, you want to go like run around in the streets and like taste every piece of candy you can. It's so disrespectful.
What's going on? I didn't know she was on the phone.
I know, Eric. I'm sorry to do that to you.
You like lied to me.
I know. I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to lie to you.
Thanks
But
for-
don't you want to just tell Lisa yourself, like, hey, thanks for what you did for me. Now I'm on to the next one.
He doesn't have to say shit. I mean, he's already said everything that he needed to say. I heard everything that I needed to hear. And he totally used me.
I didn't use you. I didn't mean for that to happen. It just happened that night. It was a mutual agreement.
Mutual agreement. It's not like we signed a contract or something. I mean, I was doing you a favor. You realize this. You were a 26-year-old virgin when you met me. I mean...
Yeah, I was a 26-year-old virgin. I'm not that anymore.
Oh my God. Lisa, you don't really feel used by this guy.
I mean, I actually thought he was nice. Like, I made exceptions for him. Like, really, honestly, he's not like a guy that I would normally go out with. But then we had a connection, I thought, and now I just feel like gross. It really actually does feel pretty gross.
He still sounds like a nice guy. Eric, you sound like a nice guy.
I am a nice guy. You have to understand from my point of view.
And you can't blame him. I mean, Lisa, you've had some experience. I'm sure that you're really happy that you've had all those experiences, right?
He's got to make up for lost time.
Well,
Exactly.
yeah, I mean, I guess so, but, it's like you have someone on lockdown. Like, okay, great, let's do this. Like, doesn't he think he needs a little more practice before he goes out in the world? And, like, if it's like your second time to ever have sex, someone's going to wonder if you are really that bad in bed.
Are you saying you want to practice with me some more? Because I'm just saying I totally will.
That leads me to my next question, I guess. Eric, would you like to go out on a second date with Lisa? We will pay for it.
No, but I will go out on any other date, so and get some more fun.
No, he doesn't get to turn me down now. I'm not asking anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, we can hook up from time to time. We just can't be exclusive.
I'm not asking you for that. I mean, no, I'm saying no. So don't act like you're like doing me favors now because I'm good. I'm telling you, I'm good.
No to hooking up or no to being exclusive?
What is your deal? Like we have this thing, and you're a normal guy, and then all of a sudden you're gonna go out and like slay all these ladies. Like you're gonna just like spread your seed all over the world. All of a sudden, like you were shy. Like you wouldn't even hardly talk to me.
Lisa, I take it as a compliment. I mean, obviously, whatever you do is really good. It's got him just crazed.
Yes, Lisa. It was really good.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
If you're just tuning in for the second date, Elise is on the phone with us, and she wants to call a guy named Ryan. They were hooked up through friends, went out to dinner. I should also mention that she's recently out of a relationship, and she is definitely over her ex. As a matter of fact, while she sits there about to make the phone call to find out why this guy isn't calling her back, she's looking at a picture of her ex-boyfriend, wishing things would be different. Am I right, Elise?
No, you are not correct.
Elise thinks that the reason this guy isn't calling her back is maybe when she was sharing how she just got out of a relationship, it could have seemed like she wasn't really over her ex yet. And we know that she actually is not over her ex yet.
Well, and that's okay, Elise.
I am as over my ex as I can be at this point.
There you go.
Guys.
So you're kind of over your ex.
I'm interested in Ryan.
Okay.
So there's that.
All
Which
right.
is the first step in recovery, really. I mean, finding someone else to get interested in, for sure.
Well, I'm going to dial the phone number, get him on the phone, and find out why he's not calling you back, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. If not, then we'll just call your ex after.
Hello?
Hi, I'm looking for Ryan.
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, Ryan, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
From what?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning? It's a radio show?
Don't really know what that is, but okay.
Well, it's a morning radio show.
Okay, great.
All right. And I'm calling you today because one of our listeners asked me to see if I could get a hold of you.
What?
Yeah. You recently went out on a date with a girl named Elise.
What?
Yeah. Elise emailed us and told us that she really enjoyed going out with you and then is wondering why
Okay,
you're...
wait.
Mhm.
What, so this is like a radio show, and this girl, yes, I know who you're talking about, she called you?
Well, she emailed us because apparently you're not responding to any of her text messages or phone calls.
Yeah, no kidding, I'm not. But, this is just weird. Okay.
I understand it's kind of weird. It's a segment that we do on our show called The Second Date. Do you mind telling us why you're not calling her back?
It was just a frustrating experience. That's all I can really say.
Okay, what was so frustrating about it?
All I can say is we're not really compatible, okay?
Why wouldn't you just tell her that then if it was that easy?
Okay, listen, it was just a very frustrating experience. I really don't want to revisit it.
Okay, but can you give us a little bit of why it was frustrating so that at least we can shed some light on it for her?
She just made a comment that really pissed me off.
What was it?
She just said something that was like totally inappropriate, and it was pretty offensive.
Did she mean to be offensive, or was she just saying something and was totally ignorant.
No, it seemed pretty intentional. It was pretty cold and calculated, if you ask me.
Wow. She didn't seem that rude. We talked to her a little bit about your date. She didn't seem like somebody who would be rude.
Yeah, well, listen, I was surprised too. Like initially, I thought she seemed like a nice person, and then she threw this thing at me, and I was like, "Wow, okay, wow, not who I thought you were."
You got to tell me what it is.
She's just a hater, and I don't want to deal with people like that.
Oh my God.
What did she do? Was she rude to the waitstaff or something?
No, so like we were having a conversation during dinner, okay, and I told her that I like to cook. I cook a lot. And I told her that I particularly am very, very fond of the Barefoot Contessa, Ina Garten. Like I've seen all of her shows. I have all of her cookbooks.
Is that a cooking show?
Are you kidding me? Is this a radio show? Give me a break. I mean,
this is barely a radio show. I don't watch the Food Network or is it on the Food? I don't even know where that is. I've never heard of it.
It's on of course it's on the Food Network. Ina Garten, the Barefoot Contessa. She's in the Hamptons. She's cooking meals for like Spielberg and stuff. Hello.
Sorry, I didn't know who she was. Maybe I'll check it out sometime. I'm from the sounds of it, I'm sure I'll like it.
Yeah, it'll change your life.
Okay.
I think she's like the most amazing woman that's ever lived.
Wow.
And Elise responded in an extremely rude way. It was incredibly disrespectful.
What did she say to you?
First of all, she laughed at me. She dropped her fork and openly laughed. Like everyone in the restaurant turned and looked. She was just laughing her face off at me.
Because you like the Barefoot Contessa.
Because I like the Barefoot Contessa, apparently. That's hilarious. I don't know. But then she says, in a really loud voice, she goes, "That lady, she's the worst." And I was like, speechless. Could not. I was like, what?
What?
So
I'm
she
confused.
said that she didn't like the Barefoot Contessa, and
Yes, she said she did not like the Barefoot Contessa. Not only that she didn't like her, she said she was the worst. And then she went even further. She said she is so fake, her show is so boring, and oh my God, okay, and her recipes are like so simple, they're for like a middle school cafeteria. And I was like, oh, you have got to be kidding me, lady. You have got to be kidding me.
you're that into cooking.
This is bigger than food. This is, yeah, her food's amazing. This is about this woman, this incredible soul, okay? And to disrespect her like that, I don't think so. Not on my watch. I was like, you go for the Barefoot Contessa, you're coming for me.
Are you joking?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Maybe you didn't hear me. She said she's the worst. It's like she insulted not only Ina Garten, but she insulted me. I mean, like she just sort of said, what I believe in, the thing that I care about the most, is a joke. I'm like, you know what, lady? I'm going to toss this table over and walk out because that is some bullshit.
Then why did... This is so crazy to me.
That would have been great.
Well, don't you wish that you could tell Elise off a little bit then? I mean, and let her know.
No, I don't want to have anything to do with her again. That bitch is dead to me. Okay?
Okay. All right. Well, I should probably not tell you this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Elise is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah.
Ryan?
Wow, this is just getting better and better. This is amazing.
I am like, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
Well, you certainly knew what to say the other night about the Barefoot Contessa. That was pretty clear.
I have no idea that I offended you, and I'm so sorry. I can't believe that you're so worked up over this. I mean, I don't know. If you had said something to me about something that you care about a great deal, and I laughed at it and threw it back in your face, you wouldn't have been offended by that. You got to be. I mean, but I yes, she's not my favorite, but I don't. It's not like I said I hate her. She's the worst. She should, jump off a cliff or like. I just said I prefer the show with Giada, and I like.
Oh my God, that was like a stake through my heart. It was like a stake through my heart when you said that. Whoa. You want to talk? You think Ina is fake? That is fake. I mean, that is like you open up the dictionary, the word fake, and there's a picture of Giada. That's all I know.
Shots fired over Cooking Network personalities.
She's not really Italian. She's from Long Island or something. I mean, come on. And then she does, like, the Italian accent when she says Italian words, and then the rest of the time she has no accent. It makes me want to puke. I'm just like, it's disgusting. That is, like, capital F fake.
Okay.
I don't understand. You just went silent and then we moved on with the conversation. But we could have talked more about it if you were so upset. I just don't understand. I don't think I said anything that was so horrible. I just said,
Oh my!
I don't.
You stop saying that. Please stop saying that. I mean, I can't even. Who would say anything like that about the barefoot contessa?
Ryan,
Who would ever say something like that?
People disagree on things every day.
This isn't a disagreement, okay? This is about the thing that I care about the most in my life, and you just pissed all over it. You were just like, oh, what a waste of time. What a loser you are. Well, thanks a lot, lady. Thanks.
Right? Don't you think that maybe it's unhealthy to like the barefoot Contessa that much?
I don't even want to talk about this anymore. This is exhausting. Frankly, I'm surprised that this whole time we've been on the phone, Elise has not actually apologized to me.
Elise, do you want to apologize?
Well, I am very sorry that I offended you.
Do not apologize.
I'm not going to apologize for feeling the way that I feel or having a conversation and disagreeing with you. But
it wasn't a disagreement. It was a full-on attack. It was an
Oh, my
attack.
goodness.
And if you think it was anything less than that, then you're insane.
Oh, my gosh.
At this point, I would love to ask you guys if you will go out on a second date. We will pay for it,
You
right?
have got to be kidding me.
Maybe you just need some more time together to talk about your favorite cooking shows and the Barefoot Contessa and get on the same page.
Guys, I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. I don't want to see her ever again, period.
All right.
Oh, okay.
I did not see this turn of events happening. But Ryan, thank you for your time, and I'm sorry you had to endure Elise and her hatred of the Barefoot Contessa.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Elise?
Wow.
Well, thanks for clearing that up for me, guys.
No problem. Hey, welcome back to single life.
Oh, man, sweetheart.
I can't wait to see what nut job I'm going to get set up with next.
Yeah. There's a lot of pressure when you go out on a date with somebody that was set up by friends, you know, because you know the same people and you can't go back to those people after and be like, yeah, the date was okay, but now that person's gone. I don't know where they went. They just sort of disappeared.
No, you can't do
Because
that.
they know them, you know, so it's like, I don't know. There's been like news reports. They've been missing for like 7 to 10 days since our date. I don't know. It's kind of strange. So the rule is don't go out on a date that was set up by friends and then have that person just kind of disappear. If that's what you're planning on doing, make sure that person doesn't have friends.
Wow.
Right, that's just a little bit of a helpful hint for you.
Wow.
And before we get into the second date, is that what happened to you, Elise?
Well, no. I mean, I haven't heard from him, but there's no police report or
Okay,
anything.
because your email said that you haven't heard from him, and I figured something happened, like it was your plan to have that happen, and you're just trying to play things off. So you didn't make him disappear.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, she sounds pretty cold-blooded,
Yeah,
so
you
it is
do.
kind of shocking that wasn't the case.
All right, so your email said that you were set up with this guy through friends.
Yeah, so I am recently single. My boyfriend of just over a year broke up with me a couple of months ago, and so I was like not really sure, you know, if I wanted to go out with someone new. So it like took a little bit of convincing, but I finally was like, okay, I'll meet him, because they kept playing him up and saying that he was really great. So we met up for dinner, and he was really great. He was a gentleman. We had lots to talk about. There was never like a weird breaking conversation.
What kind of things did you talk about?
Just sort of like music. We talked about TV shows that we watch.
I think I know why he's not calling you back. It sounds like a really boring date.
No, it wasn't.
So do you like TV? Yeah.
No, it really was fun, but I was just like a little nervous, like more nervous than I thought I was going to be.
Were you just nervous because you hadn't been on a date in so long, or because you had really built this guy up in your head?
Just because I hadn't been on a date and I hadn't been out with anyone except my ex in so long. But he was really great, like everything that I could have wished for in a guy.
Did you point out the whole time how much different he was than your ex? That's always a good move on a first date.
I said to him, like in the middle of the date, like I was just thinking that I hadn't been on a date since I was with my ex. So like I said that to him just because it was on my mind, and he was just like, oh yeah, I heard, you know, our friends told me that you would, you know, just broken up with someone, and then I was like, but I'm over it, so it's fine.
See, the secret is you need to do that while crying. You know, so you seem vulnerable. Let the guy in a little bit.
Oh, you think so? I should have done that.
Yeah, crying and then talking about how all men are evil and they'll break your heart. That's what you should have said to him.
Next time we go out, I'll tell him.
So how did he react after you brought up your ex? Was that a weird moment or was it something that was glossed over?
I mean, I don't think it was that weird. Like, we talked about it for a little while, and he listened to what I had to say, and then at the end of the night, he gave me a hug, and I said, like, it was really fun, and I hope we can do it again. And he was like, yeah, absolutely.
Wow. That sounds positive.
Yeah.
You would think, right?
Right.
Now it's been like 10 days, and I haven't heard from him. Like, I text him, but I haven't heard back, and I don't know what's going on.
What have your friends said about it?
They basically just said, like, he's kind of acting weird, and, like, he's not really talking about it.
Whoa.
So
did you get that feeling, like they're lying to you?
I don't know. I mean, I want to think that my friends wouldn't lie to me, and I mean, I would just rather know, like, if you're not interested. But I don't get it because he was interested. Like, it was a good date.
So do you have any theories then? Why do you think that he's not calling you back?
Maybe he's seeing someone else and he just doesn't want to tell me. But, like, I would like to know, don't just ghost on me. That's weird.
Yeah.
And are you really over your ex?
Yeah, I mean, it's done. I mean, it's over with me and my ex.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Doesn't sound like it.
Yeah. He was very clear about that.
Okay, he was clear about that, but is it over in your head?
I mean, I can't be with someone who doesn't want to be with me.
Okay, so you would actually prefer to be with your ex if you could.
But I can't.
All right. Well, maybe this guy picked up on that. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he did, but I would love to know what happened and what's going on.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date then, okay?
Okay, great.
All right, hang on.
We've got a woman on the phone for a second date today who says that she regrets not going out with a guy that she was supposed to see.
Okay, that's good.
And her name is Elizabeth.
Why are you...
Elizabeth, how are you?
Hi, it's actually Elizabether.
Elizabether?
Okay. I thought that was just a typo on my sheet.
No, that's my name.
Okay, Elizabether.
It's just Elizabeth, and then you add an ER.
Oh my God, she wants to hang up on us. She hates us. Do you know how many times you've had this conversation in your life? Let me guess, 8 billion.
Yeah, a lot.
Okay, well, could we just call you Liz?
No, I mean, Elizabether is my name, so I like to go by my name.
Can we call you her?
You guys,
you want
just call her
all
Elizabeth.
5 syllables to be heard. All right. Elizabether. So you said that you regret not going out with the guy. What was his name?
His name is Ben.
Okay.
Very short. 1 syllable to your 5. I like that, Elizabeth.
Well, maybe that's short for his real name, Benjamin.
Oh my God, we gotta stop. I'm so sorry. I'm really happy you listened and you're on the phone with us.
Just Ben.
Okay, just Ben. Yeah, got it.
So I don't mean to make you angry. It's to tell us about Ben.
We'll stop.
Okay.
Where'd you meet him?
So we met 6 months ago through friends.
Oh, wow. That was a long time. Yeah. Was it like a setup where you were supposed to go out on a date or you just like were friendly?
No, we're just part of the same friend group.
Okay.
So we've never actually had a one-on-one date. We've just hung out in groups.
Okay. And when did you start, I don't know, liking him?
Well, I just like him as a friend. And he's a sweet guy. He really is. He's kind of shy, though. He's not really like my type. He's not the hottest guy ever.
Okay.
Wait, so you're regretting not going out with him so you can friend zone him and show him where he belongs? Like,
no, I'm actually trying to help him out.
Tell us what happened.
Well, we were at a bar with a group of people, but then the group went to go order us another round, and it was just me and him sitting down for a couple minutes. And he's a telemarketer. That's like what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And he was kind of acting nervous and shy, and he said there's something going on at work. So I just tried to be a good friend and was like, well, what's going on? Like, what's wrong? So he said he needed to ask me something, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So he told me he actually won this award. He was named like telemarketer of the year at his job, and I was like, "Well, that's awesome!"
They
Like,
have an award for that?
I don't know, God.
One guy who actually did work.
The
Yeah.
Oscars of telemarketing.
The award that you want to hide, because if anyone finds out you do that much telemarketing, they hate you.
Yeah, you're the best at it, apparently.
Yeah.
yeah, he was real proud of it. He's really passionate about what he does.
Okay.
Be good at what you do, right?
I guess you have to be if you're going to interrupt a lot of 60-year-olds dinner time, you know?
Right.
So what was the problem?
So apparently, along with this award, there's also this big gala that they have, this big dance and dinner for all the winners.
Gala.
Gala?
Like a telemarketer's ball?
It was, telemarketer gala.
Wow.
Everyone, don't you just want to go and interrupt it all the time?
Just
every 5 minutes?
all the world's worst people in one room together.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, he was really excited about it, but he wanted me to accompany him.
Uh-huh.
He assured me it would just be as a friend, that no strings attached, it didn't mean anything more.
And you said no to that?
I said no.
I don't blame you, girl. Honestly, a telemarketer's ball, not what I would want to do on a Friday
It
night.
could be any job's ball. If they're having a big celebration, that's important to any company.
It's not a very good friend move to say no. You gotta admit to that.
Totally.
Well, I know, but I just feel like you go to this gala, you're all dressed up.
Yeah.
I'm not positive that he's going to try and keep it just friends.
Oh, yeah, I know how those telemarketer balls go. I see what you're saying. Things get crazy.
I just want a second of your time. Next thing you know,
Yeah.
dress is off.
And you're on a cruise for 10 days. You don't know how you ended up on that.
You're committed to it.
So where are you at now?
So now I just found out that he asked another friend of ours, and she said yes to go with him, but she is nasty. Like, she is not a nice person, and she talks crap about him behind his back all the time.
Aww.
And then I found out that he was going to pay her $200 to be his date.
Whoa! Dang.
Right.
That's where your regret really set in.
Yeah.
For once, you were going to get paid by a telemarketer.
Well, yeah, and I'm like, at that point, are you like a paid escort? Like, that's weird. And
Yeah.
she doesn't even like him. So she's like using him for money, using him for like a nice night out and a nice dinner. Like,
Yeah, you should be using him for money and a nice night out. Not this random girl.
no, that's why I contacted you. I want him to ask me to go again. Like, I want to go with him because this girl is awful. And honestly, he doesn't have to pay me. Like, I'll go because I feel bad for him.
Well, that's tricky, though, because if he's a nice guy, he's not going to dump a date, even if he's paying for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just goes against nice guy protocol.
Yeah.
That's why I contacted you guys. That's why I need your help because I need to tell him to take me instead.
You went from like no date to girls fighting over
Yeah,
him?
this is pretty fun. He's going to love this.
Yeah. Well, we're going to play a song, come back, and call Ben for you and try and get you a second date. All right, Elizabether?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Hold on. If you're just tuning in for today's second date, we've been talking to a lovely woman named Elizabether.
That's Elizabeth with an ER at the end.
Elizabether is feeling regretful. She was invited to go to the event of the century, the Telemarketers Gala, where there'll be awards, drinks, and of course, dancing while wearing headsets and making cold calls. Telemarketers never take a day off.
No.
It's truly a spectacle to behold, the Telemarketers Ball. Elizabeth was invited to this event by a guy named Ben, but she turned it down, and now she's having second thoughts because afterwards, Ben asked a different lady to go, and this is a lady that Elizabether knows and is not a fan of.
Here's the thing. I mean, he's paying her to go with him. I don't know if he cares that who knows? All of that. But are you worried at all that he's going to get the wrong idea? That you want to be more than friends?
I think if we lay down some ground rules and make it really clear that this is just a friends thing, I think we can keep it still like clear that it's not to be anything more.
Well, I wouldn't count it out. You don't know the magic that happens at these telemarketers balls. You might be changing your mind.
I don't know about that.
Wait, are we going to get him on the phone? I mean, like, how do we do this? Are we going to trash the woman that he's going out with?
No, I don't want to trash the other girl. I don't even think we need to talk about her. I just want to get him on the phone and tell him that I do want to go with him. I changed my mind and see if he'll just make the decision.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to try it out right now. We're about to dial his phone number. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we go, Elizabether.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Ben, please?
This is Ben. Could I ask who's calling?
Hi, Ben. My name's young Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. You have a moment to talk? We're not interrupting you during anything important, are we?
Ben, we have an offer you may not be able to refuse.
Can we have a moment of your time?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Ben, are you satisfied with your current cell phone service?
Okay, let's move on.
Who are you guys and why are you pranking me right now?
Because it's so fun.
It's not a prank, Ben. We're a morning radio show, and we do something on our show called a second date. That's what this is.
Okay, but I haven't been on any dates.
Good point.
Yes. Normally what we do is we call people who've gone out on a date, and afterwards they're not getting a call back, so we try and figure out the reason why. But in this case, you actually haven't gone out with the person that reached out to us.
All right.
Yeah. There's a friend that was calling about you. Her name is Elizabether.
Okay, yeah, she called you guys?
Yeah. She says that you had a really important work function coming up.
And you were getting a big award, a big telemarketing award.
Congrats, by the way.
Thank you. I asked her to go with me, but she turned me down, so
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, she told us that, and she also said that after she turned you down, now apparently your plans have changed.
Yes, that's correct. I asked another person to go with me.
Mm-hmm.
Is it your mom?
Ha ha, very funny.
Oh, your mom turned you down too?
No, you
Gosh,
guys, stop it.
I'm sorry, Ben.
Ben, were you super bummed when Elizabeth originally said that she didn't want to go?
Yes, I mean, I was excited to go with her. Like, we've been friends for a little bit. I thought she would have loved to have gone and had a good time. And then she's just like, she said it wasn't her thing and turned me down. And I'm like, that's kind of not cool. That hurt.
But the good news is, as a telemarketer, you're used to rejection. So couldn't have heard that bad.
I mean, there's some truth to that. Yeah, if you don't get the one, you got to keep moving forward.
All right.
Mm-hmm. But you still like her?
Yes. She's so pretty and I probably shouldn't have even asked her. I think she's a little bit out of my league.
Well, hold on, Ben. What if I told you that Elizabether was having second thoughts about her decision?
I don't know.
What if I told you that Elizabether's biggest desire is to get it on with the best telemarketer in all the land?
Oh my gosh.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah? Yeah, what if she wants to be the Guinevere to your Lancelot?
No.
Oh, does that sound good?
Yeah, you're talking his language.
Yeah, that'd be
okay,
awesome.
well, I'm just kidding about all the getting it on stuff. But seriously, what if Elizabether, what if she wishes that she'd said yes?
I mean, that'd be great. That would be the night of my life. It's like something out of a Disney movie.
Well, I'm bringing it up because Elizabether is actually on the other line listening, and she wants to talk to you right now.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's there. Elizabether?
Hey, Ben.
Elizabether?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear the whole
Have you been listening
thing.
this entire time?
I have.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh my God, you're so cute.
He like brightens up when he hears it.
Elizabeth, tell him.
So I actually changed my mind, and I want to go to the telemarketers gala with you.
Yay!
What?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good news.
Yeah. I thought more about it, and I realized that I was mean to you, and that's not the kind of person I am. And I really think it's the right thing to do for me to say yes and for us to go together.
I would love that. That's what I wanted to do, but now I've got another date. I'm sure you probably heard that I pivoted.
Yeah. It's okay. I can talk to her. I will break the news to her that, it's going to be me going instead of her.
Oh.
Wait a sec. I don't think you should do that. I can handle my own dates. Thank you very much.
That's right, Ben.
Oh, look at you, baller.
Own your business.
Okay.
I can't believe that, like, there's two girls fighting over me right now. I'm not even used to having one girl fight over me ever.
Look at you, dude.
Man, the star-studded life of a telemarketer on top of his game.
I'm feeling pretty good right now. I don't know why. But
Yeah, you are, dude.
Yeah, you're like the LeBron James of telemarketing right now.
Wow.
Dude, Ben, this is your night,
This is
man.
awesome. Thanks. Man. Okay, well, so Elizabeth, so you're down to go then?
Yes, as your friend, though. And I think it's probably a good idea if we set some ground rules just to be sure.
All right, Buzzkill.
Oh, the vibe just...
Ground rules? What do you... I was thinking both of you girls can go with me.
What?
Oh.
Oh!
What did you just say?
I could make sure I get another ticket and another seat at the table, but both of you can go.
Dude, one on each
No,
arm.
That
stop.
would be a
No,
sight to
that
see.
is not what I had in mind.
No,
That sounds
Elizabeth,
great.
I'm with you. Are we creating a monster right now? Ben, slow down, dude.
Hold on. That is
Wait.
his friend. It doesn't matter if it's his date or not. He can have two girls if they're both his friends.
Oh, I'm sure that's what he's thinking, too. Isn't that what you're thinking, Ben?
Do you guys know how baller I would look with two hot dates?
Okay.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
baller.
you'd be like Hugh Hefner walking into that telemarketer's gala.
Plus, I'm getting an award. Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Wow.
You're
He's
nice.
like the Leonardo DiCaprio of telemarketing.
Come on, Elizabether.
That is not what I signed up for.
But...
Well, you're going to be helping this guy's fantasy come true.
don't say
And
that.
he knows what the rules are. He knows that you're friends. I mean, I will say,
The boundary's set.
if you want to be a good friend,
No, see, here's what I'm willing to offer. That's
Okay.
if you take me to this gala, just me, I will dance with you.
oh,
Okay.
I will drink with you.
Mm.
Did I mention I would dance? Okay? It'll be a fun night. But I'm not going to
Okay.
go. I'm not going to go if you're also bringing her. Like, I'm trying to do something nice for you here and avoid you having to take her.
What?
Well, I don't know why you'd want me to avoid taking her, but, I did want to go with you. And if you went, would it be okay if I called you my girlfriend?
oh.
Oh.
I think calling you your girlfriend would just be a step too far.
What about like special friend?
Special friend sounds good.
No, that sounds like a booty call.
We'll just stick with friend. That's the deal. That's the offer.
All right, so we've laid out the ground rules. Ben, what do you say? Will you go out with Elizabether to the telemarketer's ball, but only with her?
Okay.
Okay, she's not into the triple dip thing.
Yeah.
This is a hard choice here.
I can see why, buddy.
Elizabether, I think it'd be great to go with you, but I think you're being a little pushy with the ground rules, which is kind of taking some of the fun out of it. So I think I'm going to respectfully decline.
Oh, what? Hold on.
Wow.
Who saw that
Really,
coming?
Ben?
I don't know.
No way.
I kind of get it. Elizabeth, I mean, like, all you really offered to do was dance with him and kind of lame, you know?
Well, what else am I supposed to do? We're just friends.
Yeah, no, just, like, give him some love, hold his hand.
At least second base.
I don't believe that this just happened.
Me neither.
You just got ditched.
Oh!
Wow.
He's a player. Look at this guy.
He's out of control.
Whatever, Ben. The only reason she's even going with you is because you're paying her $200. I would have gone for free.
Oh, man.
You're probably kind of butthurt because I said no to you. What's it like?
Oh, dang.
Oh.
Karma.
We created a monster.
We did.
You know what, Ben? This is so not like you. But if that's the person you want to be, then go ahead and enjoy your telemarketer's gala, and I will happily stay home.
Oh.
Wow.
Me and my date are going to be on the dance floor while you're sitting home. We're going to be going YMCA.
The YMCA. Yeah, Ben, you get it.
Yeah. Shake a leg.
You can get yourself clean. You can have a good meal.
Still going.
Are you single and feeling out of the loop? Put away that mouse and get out of the house. Join In the Loop, Seattle's brand new activities club just for singles. Go to intheloopsingles.com today.
Good 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
When you take a girl out on a first date, restaurant choice is always important. Usually you should try to find some like quaint local eatery.
Yeah.
Preferably a place that has like organic foods, maybe some artisan cocktails, things like that are handcrafted by the bartender. A place where the chef comes out and greets you and talks about the food. Very classy places like that.
Awesome, yeah.
And that's exactly what Mark did on his first date. Yeah, his email said that he took her to the Cheesecake Factory.
Shut up.
Good work.
That is the opposite.
It's hard to get a reservation there, Mark. How did you do it?
It wasn't easy, but I had some connections there. Yeah,
I bet.
Oh, hi, Roller.
Slide the host a $100 bill, and they give you a seat right next to the window where you can watch people carry their bags from the mall.
That's right. It's very classy.
Yeah, I know. So why did you decide on the Cheesecake Factory?
Well, we were on different sides of town, and we were trying to figure out some place that was between us that we could meet at, and it was just really convenient.
You were just like, hey, girl, you like Mile High mashed potatoes? I'll get you so many mashed potatoes. I'm the one making fun of him for taking it to the Cheesecake Factory, yet I know menu items from there. How bad is that?
Is that really a specific menu item?
It is. Mile High mashed potatoes,
gosh.
and it's delicious.
That's actually the truth. They do have. I don't know how you know that, but yes, they do have mashed potatoes.
I may have been there a time or two.
Going into this first date, you guys both felt like you had honestly represented yourself before you met in person.
Yeah, I mean, she looked like her picture, which was good, because I've definitely had bad experiences in the past with that whole thing, like the whole angling of the picture thing, so you only see the face, and then she's got the body of like Andre the Giant.
People are very good at taking pictures to make themselves look way better than they actually look in person. That's for sure.
That's absolutely right. Yeah, but that was not the case with her. She actually looked like her picture. She was very pretty.
All right, that's exciting. And was she cool? I mean, obviously you want to get a second date with her, so she had to be cool. But like, what'd you like about her so much?
She was really funny, actually. We did a lot of laughing, and I like a good sense of humor. Absolutely, is something that's essential to me. And she was really fun. And before I knew it, the dinner was over.
Yeah, that'll happen sometimes. You go to a place and you're like, all right, this is going to be like a 2-hour dinner. Hopefully we can talk for a while. And you're like 30 minutes in, you're like, that was quick. So now what do we do? So how did you end everything at the restaurant then?
Well, when it ended, I wanted to spend some more time with her. And since we were already at the mall, I just suggested we walk around the mall and talk for a little while.
You're like, hey, I got to pick up some new undies and socks. You want to roll with me to the department store real quick?
Yeah, no, we didn't do that. We just we walked around.
Was she cool with that?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was cool in the beginning, but then it did get a little weird at one point.
How so?
Well, there was sort of a lull in the conversation, and we happened to be passing by a jewelry store, and in my mind, I had this impulsive idea of, why don't I just take her into this jewelry store and do something really crazy, So I followed that impulse, and
you buy her jewelry on your first date?
Please say you didn't.
No, I didn't buy her anything, but I did suggest that we try on some rings.
What? On your first date? Are you freaking kidding me? Are you crazy?
No, I know it sounds bad, but I wasn't thinking of it like that. I figured it would be a fun thing, that we.
What was her reaction when you walked by the jewelry store and you're like, hey, why don't we go in there and try on some engagement rings?
Oh, no.
Well, she sort of laughed uncomfortably, but she said yes, because, but at the time I thought it was because she was into it, but.
She said yes to it? You guys actually went and sized yourself for engagement rings?
Well, I mean, she didn't technically say yes to it, but I said it would be fun, and I kind of dragged her in.
Oh, my good Lord. I would be out the door in a heartbeat.
How long were you in the store for?
I don't know, like a half an hour.
Really?
Oh, no.
Did she, okay, after the weirdness of it, did she seem to be enjoying herself?
Well, that's the way I wanted to see it, but in retrospect, maybe not.
Oh, my gosh. What are you thinking, dude?
Did you realize how weird that could come off when you were doing it?
No, I mean, I kept saying to her, we're just pretending, and I was saying that the whole time. It's for pretend, just for fun.
My heart starts beating faster just walking by engagement rings when I was single.
Is that all you did? I mean, did the date end after that?
Yeah, pretty much. We sort of walked out of the mall after that and walked her to her car, and I gave her a little peck on the cheek and a hug. And I thought I did my best, and I hope that she realized that.
How many times have you tried to get a hold of her since you guys went out?
I've called her maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 times. But it's always gone straight to voicemail. But I've texted her 5 times, and she responded to the first one, but she hasn't responded since.
Okay, I just want to clarify something. So you know what you did was strange to do on a first date.
You know, now looking back, now that she hasn't responded to me, it might have been a little weird for her.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
Great. Sounds good.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for the second date update, Mark is on the phone with us. He wants to call a girl named Christina today. They met online, went out on a date. Then Mark made the very sane decision of taking her into a ring store to do some engagement ring shopping on a first date.
It sounds made up.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
According to Mark, he knew that what he did was kind of weird, but in the moment, it sounded like a fun thing. Like, hey, let's just go in here and check out some engagement rings. And now she's not calling him back. All right, Mark, you about ready to give her a call?
Yeah, let's do this.
I think the mistake you made was you didn't go all the way with it, you know?
Oh,
what?
What you should have done is while you were in the store, purchased a ring without her knowing.
Oh,
and then when you walked her back to your car, got down on one knee and said, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, Christina.
I think it's bad enough what I did. Please don't make it worse.
But by not proposing, yeah, it is bad. You should have proposed. Go all the way with it. Don't half-ass it, Mark. All right, well, I'm about to dial the phone number and get her on the phone and find out what went wrong on your date, even though we already know probably what went wrong.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Christina, please?
this is her.
Hey, Christina, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, who did you say you were? What business?
It's a radio show, a morning show.
I didn't catch that. What business again?
It's Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a morning radio program. You can hear it in your car on the way to work and stuff.
Okay.
You clearly don't listen, right?
Are you still talking about the radio thing?
Yes, I am. Here, let me explain for a second, all right? We host a morning radio show. One of our listeners actually emailed us to try to get you on the phone. His name is Mark, and you recently went out on a date with Mark.
Yeah, I'm not calling him back.
We know that, yeah. That's the whole reason that he emailed us. He said, hey, I met this really cool girl named Christina. We went out on a date and had fun, but now she won't respond to my phone calls. Can you talk to us for a second about your date with Mark?
Not really. I'm pretty busy.
I promise this won't take up much of your time. All I want to ask you about is him taking you to the jewelry store on a first date to look at engagement rings.
Oh, man.
Wow, he told you about that?
Yes, he did. And he actually admits that he knows that was kind of an awkward move.
Yeah, awkward is an understatement.
Oh, I would have freaked out if I were you.
Honestly, it was just such a strange suggestion. You know, I just thought he was kidding.
Yeah.
And why did you go along with it?
I mean, I didn't want to seem mean. He did seem like a nice guy. It just seemed like a very strange thing to request.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so that's why you're not calling him back, because he took you engagement ring shopping on a first date?
I mean, yeah, there's a little more to the story, but that's basically the main reason, yeah.
What's the more?
Well, he pulled me in. I thought I seemed apprehensive enough, but he, seemed very excited to go in. And while we were there, I got the feeling that this spur-of-the-moment ordeal wasn't as spur-of-the-moment as he was trying to make it seem.
What do you mean by that?
I felt like he planned it. One of the girls, when we came in, called him by his name.
Shut up. They knew his first name, like, welcome to the store.
Yeah, they were like, hi, Mark. Good to see you.
Like this is his first date move?
Well, we were looking at a lot of jewelry, and when he went to the other side of the store, I leaned in, and I asked the woman, I'm like, hey, how do you know him? And she said to me, yeah, he's been in here a few times.
Oh, what?
So, with other girls?
I didn't get to ask because he was on his way back.
Okay.
But was she giving you, the look, you need to get out, woman to woman, this is weird? Or he's just shopping by himself and she didn't seem to think anything was abnormal?
Neither one. It was weird that she even said that he had been in there a few times.
Yeah. Does he have a lot of jewelry? I mean, maybe he's shopping for himself?
I didn't notice too much jewelry.
Okay, so he's not like a dude with like big watches and pinky rings everywhere and like, yeah.
No.
Okay.
Did you ask him about it? Did you ask him, like, hey, have you been here before?
I didn't know how to, and I just figured this was his go-to date kind of thing, and I kept thinking, like, why?
Yeah.
Why would you want to bring a girl engagement ring shopping on your first date? How could that be your go-to move? How could that be your first instinct? I don't get it.
Don't you want to ask him about that? I would love to ask him if that's his move.
No, I'd rather let it go.
Well, I can't let it go, Christina. And we're going to have to ask him because he's actually on the other line listening right now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I am. Mark, go ahead and say hi.
Okay, let me explain. All right. And it sounds really bad, but there's an explanation. I swear, it's not what you think.
So this
There's
isn't.
an explanation?
Yeah, what's the explanation? This isn't your first date move, Mark?
It's not my first date move. I swear. With you, Christina, that was an impulsive move. I that is not my go-to move.
The girl
on a
knew your
first date.
name. She says you've been in there a few times. Explain that.
I understand. I have been in there a few times. I've been in there with other girls, but
What?
I have. I've been in there with two other
Okay.
girls. But no, let me explain. It's legitimate. I was actually engaged to both of them.
What?
Wait,
Whoa.
you've been engaged
Worse.
twice in, like, the recent past?
Yes, I was engaged twice, and both times we went to that sort of shop for rings.
Why would you ever go in there then, Mark?
Yeah, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I don't know, but what I think probably happened is that, I was nervous because there was a lull in the conversation and it was a familiar place, and I thought, wow, this could be fun. This could be, it's some place that I had some good memories in, and maybe take her in there.
When you walked
memories
in,
in?
and the sales lady knew your name, didn't you know, like, oh my God, this is the biggest mistake I've ever made. We need to leave immediately.
I didn't even hear her say that. I mean, obviously she said it because Christina heard it, but I didn't. I swear I didn't even hear her say that. I didn't know she knew my name.
So, have you been married before? Like, what? You've just been engaged
No.
twice? Was that recently?
It was the last one. Yes, was fairly recent. It was before I met you online. But yes, I never got married though, and it never happened. I mean, it was both the engagements ended, and but it was never. I never lied to you or held it back from you when we were talking online. It just never came up.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's true.
And you take me to the same exact store that you got their rings? You thought that was okay?
I was getting nervous because there was a lull in the conversation, and I just pulled you in there because I wanted to shake things up a little bit and get things going. And I realized it wasn't a great choice in retrospect, but I swear, there was no, I had no agenda.
There's a million other things we could have done at the mall besides looking for engagement rings. There's a million other things.
That's a very good
You had
point.
a lot of options, Mark.
But we were in front of that store when we were.
That's true, but you could have walked 3 feet to another store or up to the food court and got some frozen yogurt or something. There's a lot of stuff you could have done.
I know. I mean, I know. I realized it was stupid. I wasn't thinking, but that's what I did, and I have no. It was stupid.
Are you sure, Mark? Are you sure you're ready to be dating right now?
Yeah.
Yes, I am sure, and I'd like to go on another date with Christina.
Okay, cool. Let me ask her then. Christina, would you like to go out with Mark again? We'll pay for a second date.
I mean, my gut is telling me no.
Oh, you know what everybody says? Don't listen to your gut.
Yeah, I think it's the opposite, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so. My gut tells me no, it's not.
No.
No. I mean, I can't. It was all really strange. I told too many people about that story.
I can't go out with that dude now.
Yeah.
You sure you have the opportunity to be Mark's next ex-fiance?
Oh, Jubal.
Oh, come on, man! Don't say it like that. It makes me sound like a weirdo. It's not, I mean, all I did is take a girl into a ring shop on a first date.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just say what you said again and tell me that's not weird.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I'm actually very surprised that the guy on the phone for a second date update today isn't getting a call back.
Really?
Because he could be the worst person on the planet, and no matter what, an American girl will call him back. You know why?
Yeah.
Because he's an Englishman.
Yeah, I knew he'd have an accent.
Yep. And so he could be a murderer, and they're still like, I don't care. The accent is so hot, I have to go out with him again. His name is James. James, how are you?
Well, I'm good, mate. How are you?
Not too bad. Thank you very much for emailing us and agreeing to do a second date update.
Absolutely. I'm glad you can help me out, maybe.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I'm surprised that this girl isn't calling you back. I'm guessing, how long have you been in this country?
Couple of years, just 2.5 years now.
Okay, and I'm guessing in your experience, it's probably pretty easy in the bars and the clubs when you meet girls with that accent, isn't it?
Yeah, there's not been a problem so far.
Yeah, I know.
I had an English guy hit on me once. He was so ugly, and I was still flattered by it. I was like, oh my God, he likes me. He's talking to me.
And she's married, so.
Yeah.
I did have to turn him down because of that, but whatever.
So you're not getting a call back from a girl. Her name is Sarah?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, and how did you meet her?
We actually met through Tinder.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
And, I mean, it's not something that we do very often, although I do very often. But, I met her through Tinder. We agreed to meet up. So I drove over to pick her up. And we went, downtown for a couple of drinks. We had something to eat. We spent a couple of hours together. It was good. We had a really good time. She was really cool, like really easy to hang out with,
Let me ask you a question. For a guy like you, who has an accent that American women love, is it annoying? Do they sit there and harp on it the whole time? That's what I picture happening. It's like, oh, it's so cute,
That has been the case a couple of times, but like Sarah was just, she didn't really even pay that much attention to it,
Yeah.
It was kind of cool.
And I do feel like if you're a more well-traveled person, you're probably not going to care quite as much.
Right. Yeah, she seemed really, really, really cool. I'm shocked.
What did you like about her so much?
Like I said, she was just really easy to hang out with, like you mentioned about other chicks that like, harp on the accent or always talk about themselves or, always, she was really easy to talk to. She listened to what I had to say. The stuff that she had to say was really interesting. It was like a quality date, It was like we'd known each other a couple of months or something.
Was there like one moment during the date where you're like, she's definitely into me?
Definitely into me?
Yeah, like a moment where she showed how interested she was.
I mean, it seemed like that from the very start,
So why do you think she's not calling you back then?
I honestly don't know. The only thing, this is going to sound stupid, but the only other thing that I can think about is that I just bought a new car, and my parallel parking skills are not really up to par.
Yeah, that's.
It took me like 5 or 6 times to get into the space, and then like I was freaking out about that, and then at some point she even asked me. She was like, "Do you need me to do that for you?
Do you need me to get out and help you park the car, you little Englishman?"
I know. I was like well embarrassed, and then I tried to explain about the other side of the road is not doing me many favors, blah blah blah. Anyway, I get out of the car and then I walk into the restaurant and I forget to open the door for her to get out. So,
okay.
If that's something to go by, then I don't know. That might be the only problem.
That is a terrible feeling when you're on a date and you're having trouble parallel parking because then you just start to get hot under the collar and you're embarrassed and you're just
it
like
was awful.
And it's always in front of a crowded window of people too. So it's not just your date watching you, but about 200 other strangers.
Right.
So the only thing that you can think of that might have gone bad on your date is the fact that you had trouble parallel parking and didn't open her door.
Yep.
That seems silly though. That was at the beginning. How did the end of the date go?
It was good. Everything was great. Really, it was really great. Full of smiles, full of happiness. There wasn't one awkward moment during the night where no one had anything to say or,
Did you guys kiss?
Yeah.
You did? Okay. What kind of kiss, though? Like a real quick peck on the lips or a full...
I mean, just a little bit more than that. It wasn't anything, hot and heavy, but, it was a good night kiss.
And what was the last thing that you guys said to each other?
I said, I'll be in touch. And she said, okay, that would be great.
Okay, and has she responded at all to any of your text messages or phone calls?
Not one.
Nothing?
Wow.
And how many times have you tried to reach her?
I've texted her like 3 or 4 times and called her twice.
And did you tell her like, oh, that kiss made my heart skip a beat or anything like that?
No, I didn't say anything like that. I mean, I met the girl on Tinder,
Yeah, not exactly going to be like, I think you're the love of my life from that kiss.
Right.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, hang on.
Cheers, mate.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hello, love. And welcome back to today's royal edition of the Second Date Update. I'd be your host, Jubal Flag, and today we're talking to Sir James of Update. He went out with a lovely young lass he met on Tinder. Took her out for drinks, hoping that later he'd be able to show her his throbbery.
Wow.
But he was unsuccessful in getting the knickers on the floor back at his flat.
So that's what
So
they
now
call it.
he is on the phone wondering what went wrong. And James, I never asked you, what is your occupation? I would assume chimney sweep? I never...
Oh, yeah. Thanks for that. Yeah. I work for Mary Poppins, and I've got a smoking car called Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, too.
James is on the phone. James is English, yes, so of course I have to mess with him a little bit because it's weird to us Americans when we hear an accent. Ooh. Yeah, but he did go out with a girl named Sarah, and Sarah isn't calling him back, which is weird to me because I would think any guy with an English accent or Australian accent in America
Or
just
accent.
kills it. Yeah, accent in job,
Yeah.
Vietnamese accent, whatever.
whatever.
Any sort of accent usually does very well with the American women. But she's not calling him back. He thinks the reason that he's not getting a call back is because he had trouble parallel parking.
Ugh.
So much to the point where she was like, hey, do you want me to do it for you? And then he didn't open her door. But that's the only thing you can think of. Other than that, they had a great time. We're about to call her and find out if, in fact, he did something wrong on the date. James, you ready to go?
I am.
Can I ask you one question, James? You don't fall into the stereotype of bad British teeth, do you?
No, that's a myth. The whole thing is a myth. Like, we don't all walk around like Austin Powers, you know?
I went to London before, and I wouldn't call it a myth, but I'm glad that you're not there.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
All right, well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Sarah, please?
this is she.
Hey, Sarah, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm good.
What's going on?
I'm at work. I'm good.
Just calling to check in with some of our listeners. Do you listen to the show?
Yeah, no, I listen to you. I'm just shocked you're calling me. It's kind of random.
Any idea why I might be calling you?
Honestly, no.
Well, the reason I'm calling you today is one of our listeners sent us an email about you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's somebody that you went on a date with recently. His name is James.
Oh, God. Okay.
Okay, and so it sounds like you know James. He says that you guys met on Tinder and went out for drinks and had a fun time, but you haven't been answering any of his phone calls or text messages. So he asked us to get you on the phone and ask if he did something wrong.
Oh, God. Okay, look, I don't know if I need to do this on the radio. Like, I don't want to embarrass him.
You don't want to... Well, that's okay. He wants to be embarrassed. He's the one that emailed us.
I think he wouldn't really appreciate me calling him out on it.
Okay, but we talked to him, and he's prepared to hear anything that you have to say.
Is he on the line right now?
If you're worried about embarrassing him, I mean, he's asking for it, basically. He said he's okay with that.
And I have to know this explanation because he sounds lovely with an accent. I don't know why you would turn this dude down.
Yeah, see, that's exactly the problem. I don't buy it.
What?
You don't buy what?
I don't buy his whole I'm British thing.
Well, you think
You think he's faking it?
I studied abroad. I lived in the UK for a couple years. I think he's faking being British because it's something that works. And we met on Tinder, so you can be anybody on Tinder. It's true, though.
Why do you think you think the whole accent thing, everything is just a lie?
Absolutely.
Whoa.
Was there like a hint when he was talking that you're like, oh, gotcha?
I mean, you said you talked to him. Didn't you hear it for yourself? It's pretty bad.
I thought it sounds like he's English to me.
Hey, can I have a little dicky bird now? Can I have a word or what?
Wait, is that him?
Yes, it is. He's actually on the phone. You asked me a second ago, and I didn't answer you on purpose because James is on the other line listening.
Oh, my God.
Hello, Sarah. How's it going?
See, are you listening to that? Hello, Sarah. How you doing?
It sounds legit to me, Sarah.
I mean, it is legit. It is legit. I don't know what you want. I mean, I could show you my passport. I could, give you my national insurance number. I could, I mean, I don't know what else you want me to, what do you need to see?
Yeah, I'm sure you could show me your fake green card and your fake passport and your fake everything else.
Yeah, because I've got all the time in the world to sit around and generate fake copies of documents so that I can meet girls on Tinder. You really, I mean, come on.
That's exactly,
the most stupid thing I've ever heard.
Exactly what I think you're doing. No, it's exactly what I think you're doing.
Wow, Sarah, paranoid much love.
Oh, way to be all patronizing. That's going to make me want to go out on a second date with you.
I mean, at this point, it's really, it's it's neither here nor there now, is it? I mean, you think I'm a complete fake, so I might as well just go balls to the wall,
Yeah, I don't think you're fake. I know you're fake. And you're laying it on pretty thick with the whole parallel parking job. Oh, I can't park the car because it's on the right side of the road. It takes 5 to 6 times. I could have
That's a pretty good accent, Sarah. That's a pretty good accent. You should try faking it and meeting people on Tinder.
Okay. Just give it up. Your accent is so fake.
I don't know what else to tell you. I've got nothing else to go with. This is me. I've got.
Come on, just give it up, dude. And you have really 2 perfect teeth for somebody who's British anyway.
I mean, and this is crazy. I've never heard anything like it. Yeah. You need me to call my parents in London or something? You can have a little word with them. They can tell you who I am.
Oh, sure. I mean, I'll call international. Hell, we can Skype if we want to. And they can sit there, oh, couple, cheerio. Who's this? Are you dating James? Oh, she sounds lovely, James. Let's invite her over for tea.
All right, see, now we're crossing the line. This is outrageous, Sarah. I don't know what the it is you want me to do, but, I mean, this is just bloody ridiculous, mate. Anything you say, I'll do to prove to you.
I don't know how to get you to prove that you're faking it, but there's just something slightly untrustworthy about you.
Wow. I don't know, mate. I don't know. I'm at the end of my tether now.
Sarah, I'm confused. You liked him on the date, right?
Well, I liked him when I met him on Tinder. Until then we met in person and he started faking the British accent.
I don't get this. Why would I fake a British accent? You've already said that I'm a pretty good-looking guy and I've got perfect teeth and I've got, everything else. So I wouldn't really have a problem getting dates, would I? I mean, the accent...
That's just it. You're attractive enough on your own. I don't feel like you have to lay it on that thick. You do have nice teeth and you are attractive, which is why you don't need to fake the accent because you have some other stuff going for you already.
What are you talking about, Sarah? Are you a dialect coach now or something? I'm English. I'm from London. Crystal Palace. SW16. What else do you need to know?
James, it doesn't sound like Sarah is going to believe you no matter what.
Yeah.
For the record, James, I believe you that you're British.
Convinced.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, what neighborhood are you from?
I just said that. Crystal Palace.
Oh, sounds made up to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Google it.
Oh my God, Sarah.
There's a football team. I lived right on Church Road, right opposite the football stadium.
It would be called Church Road, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Right, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Sarah, I would love to ask you if he'll go out on a second date with James. I don't think he can drop the accent because I have a feeling that it's real.
Yeah,
Are you willing to go out with him again?
Sarah, do it. Don't sabotage this.
Yeah.
Nope.
What?
I can't. No, I can't. I'm not going to waste my time with somebody who wants to be a charlatan and lying to my face, and I don't need that. I don't know how he's convinced you guys, but he certainly hasn't convinced me, and I wasn't born yesterday. I'm not going to waste my time.
Oh, my gosh. I can't believe you're doing this.
You are having a laugh.
Sorry, James.
Unbelievable.
No second date for you, man.
I don't know what to say, Sarah. I don't know what to say. You missed out, love. You missed out.
That's all right, James. I'm sure there are plenty of other girls on Tinder that be happy to drop their knickers for you anytime.
Wow. This girl. Wow.
Well, thanks a lot for your time, both of you. We appreciate it. Sarah, better luck on Tinder finding like a real American guy who's not faking it like James is.
I'm not faking this thing.
Oh,
Listen
what?
to me. Hey, Hey, listen up, right? Listen, I'll send you, just for shits and giggles, I'll send you everything. I'll send you everything. My passport, my green card, I'll send you everything, just so that you know. You know? I mean, I'll show you the tattoo of the Union Jack on the end of my if you want.
I hope you actually have that.
That would be